Is up. Okay, so I wanted to come on here. I want to chit chat a little bit about Jamaica and all the things, vacation, lock maintenance while you're on vacation, all those things. So I recently had a vacation to Jamaica, which was bomb.com, y'all. Bomb.com. Okay, it was wonderful. Time to relax and chill, all the good stuff. And once I got there, I remember one of the things I actually thought of when I first got locks is, man, I can't wait to go abroad, to travel, to go to like these tropical destinations with my locks, because they're just gonna be flowing in the wind, right? They are just gonna be living their best life. And me not having to really do a lot in order to have these locks maintain themselves, really, but also not having to pack a lot, not have to do all these things to make sure that my hair is okay, because I am literally in paradise with this amazing hair that I don't have to do a lot with. And so for me, it was like, oh my gosh, I can't wait. And so this is not the first tropical destination I've been to with locks, but this is probably the first one I've been to where my locks are so just fabulous, right? It's just big and whatever. And I went last year, but I don't know. Maybe it's Jamaica. I think it was just Jamaica, because Jamaica obviously is a place where locks are celebrated. I mean, come on, Bob Marley. Like, it is a whole thing, right? Locks are just like amazing there. And so it was pretty cool to go back to Jamaica after getting locks, because the first time I went, I did not have locks. I actually went and I had, I'm trying to think of what hairstyle. Oh, my hair was just out. It was just free and curly, which is pretty awesome too, having that, the wind blowing your hair. Speaking of wind, okay, I don't know if a lot of people are versed with Jamaica and the weather or whatever. It rained every day and the wind was insane, to the point where we could barely get into the water because the waves were so high on the shore, y'all, on the shore. So that was wild, but nevertheless, had a great time. So, you know, just talking about how Jamaica and how beautiful it is, but also how locks are so celebrated there, and they love it. And you know, it's like locks and braids and those hair styles, or their types of hair, that's really celebrated by brown people. And so that was a pretty cool experience. Obviously, it's my first time. Last year I went to Mexico, so it's a little bit different, y'all. But just going to Jamaica and just feeling like, oh my gosh, like I love my locks in general, but being at a place where it's so celebrated, it was pretty cool. And so going to Jamaica, so for me, for vacations, anytime I go anywhere, obviously you want to bring stuff that's gonna make life easier and not too far from what you normally do. So for me, for my locks in general, if I'm going to some place that is tropical, there are certain things that I need to bring. Okay, one, I like to bring my oils. And so any kind of spray oil, it'll be in a little bottle, any kind of spray oil for my hair. I love jojoba oil. Jojoba oil doesn't leave my face or my hands or whatever feeling super oily at all. It absorbs really well. And so I love to take that kind of oil. Also, my loctician has given me like hair oil for my hair, and so I can put those in little travel size bottles and take that as well, which has been lovely for my hair. Again, it thrives off of, my hair does not like for me to touch it a lot, so I try not to do it a lot. I don't do a lot of hairstyle. I don't do any of that. But in Jamaica, y'all, I will say, I change my hair every night, okay? Like every night. Now, they were very simple hairstyles, but nevertheless, I changed my hair just because we were all dressed up. And you know, if you don't know, I'm a whole mom, and I don't have a lot of time or a lot of opportunities to get dressed up and get fancy. So I wanted to change my hair, and hopefully I'll make a video on the styles that I chose or little things that I did with my hair just to change it up. But when I'm traveling with locks, one thing I do bring like a little spritz bottle for any kind of moisture needed for my oils, but also some rose water, which is a beautiful thing. Rose water is really good in keeping the moisture in, because with that salt water, y'all, it can strip the mess out of your hair, like strip it all the way down. And what I don't want is my hair feeling like sandpaper with me touching it. I want it to stay moisturized, because our locks do need moisture. They just don't need a lot of conditioning, and that is the biggest difference. So making sure that I have that. Honestly, if I need to wash my hair, I just get whatever is available. Like, I'm not super picky. Usually it's just like, I'm not washing my hair to make it like unbelievably clean like the loctician does. I'm just usually washing my hair to get out the surface things that may have gotten in there. And if I'm never gonna be in the sand like that. Like, y'all, I don't know about you or if you're listening to this and you've been in the sand with your locks, but it is the devil to get out of your hair. I've had sand in my hair for days because I'm literally trying to rinse it out. But like lint, it gets up in there and it doesn't want to come out. So just being careful with that. But getting enough shampoo in my hair that I can, usually it's this thing, right? Trying to get as much of the dirt and grime and any sand that came off the ocean and out of the water out of my hair. And so I usually rely on the place to have that. All places I go to generally has, in hotels in general, generally has some type of shampoo. So I always use that. And if I forget my oils for moisturization, I just use a teeny tiny bit of conditioner. Okay, and usually that's on my end because closer to my scalp has oils. It will condition itself eventually, right? It's just those ends when they get super dry, trying to have that for them. So for me, when I go on trips, right now I do need a retightening, and so my hair is a little bit more frizzy, is a little bit more free, so I will take a little bit of gel, and it's just a really loose gel, not the greasy gel. Okay, I don't like greasy gel, like the jelly jam. Okay, the jelly jam or gel that kind of wiggles a little bit, it looks like jello. I take that kind. And so if I want my hair to be slick down or less frizzy, I usually use that, and I just put it in my hands, I put it over the top, and this is usually when I have a ponytail. Or you can take some type of mousse, anything like that to help your hair. Now if you do use a lot of products like that, making sure to wash your hair and keeping your scalp clean is key. Okay, it is a absolute must. Don't put all these products in your hair and wonder why you got so much buildup or things sticking to your head because you have so much product in. Okay, but this is the rare occasion that I want my hair to be slicked back. I don't want any frizzies coming out. I'll put it on my hair or some mousse on my hair, and then I'll tie it down with a scarf. And that is one day what I did there. Now with anything with travel, I am a big advocate for keeping all your stuff with you when you travel. So I like to travel with a carry-on and a book bag. That's it. I don't have any big luggage. I just like to travel as simply as I can, especially to a tropical destination, because honestly, you don't need heavy coats or heavy sweaters or anything like that. You just need some dresses that flow in the wind and some swimsuits, right? So it's gonna be very easy to pack. And so when I pack, I always use the travel size stuff. So my gel went into a travel size container that was about this big. My sprays went into one that was about this big, very small in circumference, so that I have it for my hair. And then I had my edge control, because, you know, why not? Like, I don't know who started with the edge control, but they should win like a Nobel Peace Prize for real. Okay, so I take my edge control and I slick it back on my hair, and which I love. And so it is really simple when I travel. I love going to tropical destinations. I love going pretty much anywhere around the world, anywhere around the United States of America, anywhere I can travel, I love going to. But going to Jamaica will hold a special little place in my heart, just because these locks thrived in Jamaica, and it's so accepting, and it's so like culturally integrated into their life. And it was, I don't know, it was just a highlight. It was a true highlight, and I loved it so much. Maybe one day I'll go back to Jamaica again, but I've been twice and I love to travel to new places. So maybe we'll go to another tropical island where locks are a thing, right? And you're just swinging your hair in the wind, which there was a lot of wind, y'all. Lord, there was a lot of wind. But yeah, I wanted to come on and give a recap. So if you've gone to Jamaica with your locks, or if you're going to a tropical destination or to an island where people actually have locks, like they celebrate locks like it's a thing, let me know in the comments. Or if you have a hair care routine that you like to have when you go and travel. And I know the whole point of having locks, y'all, or one of the biggest points, is that you don't have to carry a lot of hair care product. We don't need a lot of stuff for our hair. One of the things I carry the most of is probably hair ties. That is, like, I have like 5 or 6 hair ties just in case I want to do something funky with my hair. But that's pretty much it. Everything else is super simple, super easy. And I don't have a big old drawer full of hair stuff because I don't need it. So it's pretty awesome, y'all. All right, so comment below, let me know what you think, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.